Hi guys, welcome to Hope This Works. I'm Kevin,
I'm Billy Joe.
and we are doing a video response to the massive amount of comments we had on our tiny house organization video. If you have not seen that, please go watch that and add your 2 cents also. So what we are going to do is we are going to address some comments. We have our comments pulled up right here, and we are going to tag team this. We had 124 comments, and certainly we can't address each and every one of you. There are going to be some honorable mentions. There's going to be some prizes awarded at the end of this video. We have comments picked out already, and I have one from 24U Pickles. 2 shelves above the stove, the depth of the cupboards should hold a stack of sauces, spices, vinegars, and a nice basket could hold more spices. That is a fantastic comment, and that inspired me to make a very unique spice storage area. I don't want to reveal too much. We have a couple weekend projects coming up, and that video will be released after our Tuesday live stream. But yes, I definitely wanted to give you a shout out there, 24U Pickles, on the spice organization. Billy Joe, what do you have?
One of my favorite conversations that I carried on in the comments to the video was with Grampy Campy's Bear Creek Homestead, all about why I don't store things in the oven.
Yes.
Maybe some things that neither one of us want to necessarily admit, but for me, the oven is not a good storage location.
Granny B had a fantastic comment, and it brought up memories of my grandmother's house. She talks about having a pot rack that hangs from the ceiling. That is a really good idea. We have an area that might be integrated that way. We're going to have to see how our other projects work out and what space we have left. So thank you so much, Granny B.
Our buddy Dave at Oak Knob Farm commented about the big bowls that I have. I have some large mixing bowls. I'm a baker, and they block the doors and don't allow the cupboard doors to close. So his comment was, because it's deeper, to maybe move them to a different cabinet. But he also commented that it's possible that we could put a lip in.
Sure.
And then store them in there kind of at an angle. So he had multiple really good ideas.
That's an excellent comment, Dave.
Mm-hmm.
Allison's Folly. She brought up the idea of a lazy Susan. We actually do have an area that may fit a small type lazy Susan. Something I could make probably. Teaser for creative spice storage. We do have some working areas that I'm kind of working in my head right now. So thank you so much for those comments.
Here is where I want to refute the idea that Billy Joe needs a step stool. Billy Joe will fall off a step stool. Billy Joe will trip over a step stool. Unless, of course, it's a one-stepper. Because the cupboards are really, really high. And Kevin's not always handy when I need the tall stuff. So
Jim Dockrell is a wealth of information. And I particularly embrace his comment. And I would like to encourage you all in the comments of this video to follow along with me and just really grab out of this. He mentions lots of ideas, and it was a monster long comment. I'm a woodworker, he mentions. Perhaps you could get said woodworker to make a few items, which I'm fairly handy, and I like making stuff. But really the point I'm trying to drive at is Jim said that he could probably pay this woodworker with cookies.
cookies.
And I like cookies.
And I'm a baker.
So, almost serendipity.
Awesome. Huh? Doodlebugs Critters commented, "Don't
Yes.
feel alone, Billy Joe." So she uses a scratcher with a claw
Yes.
on the end. I have a grabber. So the tall stuff, the high stuff, I can reach with the grabber. So I love that comment.
One thing I'd like to point out, a comment by Sensiblewellbeing. She's actually thanking us for this video and thanking us for all of the ideas.
It's a great collection of ideas.
So you as commenters and viewers have actually helped inspire others and kind of scratch that itch for working on their storage solutions too. Kind of a collaborative affair. And this is awesome. Thank you.
We're not the only ones out there that need to do this. This is a good thing, right?
Right.
Mrs. T, one of our
award winners.
Award winners, yes. Okay, so there is a character limit.
In a YouTube comment.
And she's one of the ones that sent us an email.
Yes.
Which was fabulous. One of our most committed, that's the word I was looking for.
Yes.
Most committed responders with a bunch of great ideas. So thank you so much for that, Ms. T.
And that was helpful information to us too. I didn't know a YouTube comment was limited on characters. I knew that in live streams, those comments are limited on characters, but not an actual comment. So, very interesting. Brings me up to an honorable mention in a long comment. Rico's Homestead. Love you, Rico.
We do.
Fantastic, fantastic ideas. But it seems that we did receive an email later that shifted from the kitchen organization ideas to workshop organization, which may be a little bit inspiring for me.
Okay.
So thank you so much, Rico. Definitely an honorable mention in long comments.
One of my favorite subscribers, Jesus is Lord, had a great idea. There are a lot of YouTube videos out there, YouTube channels that do organization. One that she recommended was the Clutterbug channel. And there's all kinds of good information out there.
Absolutely. Absolutely. There's another comment from Oak Knob Farm. That was a double one for you there, Dave. Sherry Treat, actually, that's a really good comment. She asked if our bed was high enough to get laundry baskets underneath. That's inspired me. We do have a mattress. It's on the floor. We don't have a box spring. And on my list is like the first, after our kitchen projects, the first major build for the house is a bed frame. So what I've really been thinking about, and I've been talking to Billy Joe about, is building the bed frame in such a manner that we can actually integrate some storage underneath. So maybe Christmas items, things like that. So thank you very much, Sherry Treat, for that.
Midge B had an interesting suggestion about... She also mentioned putting a small strip of wood in front of the big bowls to keep them from sliding out. But she said a great idea is to put spices in a fold-down shelf under cabinet or drawer under upper cabinet, something like that, which is really interesting.
Absolutely. I really like all the ideas that people have been giving us and really getting a better ergonomic space for us. We don't all live in the Taj Mahal, and this is a tiny house. Some people live in cabins, some people live in RVs. So I think a lot of these ideas can be incorporated in your living space too, which is super cool. And it has given the squirrels up here a million ideas of things to build and how to really help out our space and make it efficient and work for us.
And just because it doesn't work for us, or we don't use the idea, doesn't mean that it wasn't helpful to somebody else.
Absolutely.
You know?
Absolutely.
In fact, Jace Jacobs. Does everybody know Jace Jacobs?
I hope you're watching,
awesome.
Jace. You're awesome. Thank you so much.
Oh, yeah. He says it's like a big fun puzzle.
Yes.
He says, you got this. Keep on having fun and know that if it doesn't work, you can change it. And that's absolutely true.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Knuckles, Jace. Midge actually leads on, maybe I shouldn't say too much, but Midge B, your comment, you would find a different place for the vacuum. All I have to say is awesome comment, but I think with our weekend project, we may be finding a nice place for our vacuum.
Absolutely.
So stay tuned to that.
Yes. Virginia Reed. The turntable cupboard, she called it, the Lazy Susan in the corner. I do have a couple of large glass jars in there for the flour and the sugar. So maybe the big mixing bowls should go in there. That is a possibility. That's a really interesting idea.
That may actually lead to our weekend project.
Yeah, maybe how that goes. Yeah.
And last but not least, the award winner. There was a tie. It was Miss T and Sea Lions from Texas.
Sea Lions.
I believe she also hit the character limit in the comment.
She definitely hit the character limit.
Backspaced enough to leave her comment, but then sent us a couple emails. Fantastic ideas. Thank you so much. Part of our channel is the engagement and the relationships and the working together and the collaboration of ideas. You people are our family, so thank you so much. You're helpful, and we just love it. So Nora's taking a nap right now, and she wanted to end this video, but she doesn't get to. I invite you to check out that video if you've not watched that already. I'll leave a link. Stay tuned for our Saturday project. That will be a video released on Wednesday next week. Make sure to jump over to our live stream Tuesdays, Mountain Time, 5 p.m. It's like a regularly scheduled programming. And I wanted to thank each and every one of you that comments, hangs out with us on Tuesdays, and watches our videos and engages. So, as always, hope this works.